This initiative is funded by the high end. We call it astroturf. It's not really a grassroots movement. It's astroturf by some of the wealthiest people of America to keep the focus on tax cuts for the rich instead of for the great middle class.
Here's the real astroturf. The TeaPartyIsOver.org is an attack website paid for by the American Public Policy Committee. The American Public Policy Committee is registered to Craig Verroga, who is a partner with George Rakis in a consulting firm called Independent Strategies. He is also a partner with Nan Verroga in Verroga and Associates, another consulting firm that boasts the same Democrat references as the Independent Strategies. In addition to the Tea Party is Over and the American Public Policy Committee, IRS records reveal that Verroga and Rakis are responsible for several other organizations that include the Patriot Majority, Citizens for Progress, Oklahoma Freedom Fund, Mid-Atlantic Leadership Fund, Public Security Now, Pioneer Majority, and the Bluegrass Freedom Fund. All of these so-called organizations list their address at 300 M Street Southeast, Suite 1102, Washington, D.C., which is actually the office of Joseph Sandler, an attorney for the Democratic National Committee. This, Miss Pelosi, is astroturf. Who funds the American Public Policy Committee? It's the Patriot Majority West, also known as Citizens for Progress, and the Patriot Majority. Who funds the Patriot Majority? Note the labor unions in red, and the other groups run by Verroga and Rakis in blue.
Patriot Majority is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Majority Midwest is responsible for the content of this
Majority
advertising.
West is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Responsible for the content of this
Majority West is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Patriot Majority is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Who funds Citizens for Progress? Look familiar? Who funds the Oklahoma Freedom Fund? Surprise, surprise. It's the labor unions again. Who funds the Mid-Atlantic Leadership Fund? George Rakis was once the political director for the Democratic Governors Association. Aren't the dues paid to this organization drawn from state budgets funded by taxpayers? Who funds the Pioneer Majority? Why, it's the Democrat governors and lieutenant governors, along with the usual labor unions. And who funds the Bluegrass Freedom Fund? Let this sink in. This is what real astroturf looks like, Nancy.
Tell the governor and the legislature to pass real ethics reform. Go to bluegrassfreedom.org today and sign the petition.
These astroturf organizations are nothing more than a legal laundry for millions of dollars from labor unions and Democrat fat cats to deceive voters into thinking that ordinary people are paying the bills for these ads, all designed to advance the Democrat Party. This is astroturf.